Okay, here we are back in another video. We're still working through all those different walkthrough tutorials dealing with our personal logo project. Today is part 7, and on this particular video we're going to be selecting part of an object and we're going to be able to actually change the color while still keeping that really cool texture on there. One of my favorite features of Adobe Photoshop is this actual function that we're going to be able to be working on right now. So if you would for me, please go ahead and open up the Adobe Photoshop program and let's get started. And here we go. Let's go ahead and go to that help button. Now that we got Photoshop open, we go down to hands-on tutorials. I'm going to go ahead and double check our window, make sure that our workspace is set up correctly. Looks like it is, but just to be safe, we go make sure we're on essentials. We come down and we reset our essentials, makes everything nice and organized. That way we're looking at the exact same screen. We're still on the select and mask section of creative effects on these hands-on tutorials. And we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to go to this one where we're seeing the flower. And so we're going to select part of an object and change the color. So let's start that tutorial here. So select the quick selection tool. It's already selected, but I'm just going to select off it and come back to it. It's asking to change the size of the pixels up to about 50. Currently I'm at 17, so let me go ahead and increase this. I'm just dragging the little slider bar. You can type the number right in there if you want to. And then we click next. Now that we have that, we're going to drag over the actual flower to be able to help actually select that there. And so we want to make sure that we're on the positive right here. And so there we go, nice and easy. Selected all that different flower right there. So now we're going to go to the subtracting icon on here. And then we're going to drop the pixels from 50 all the way down to 20. So just so I can show you here, you can't just type it right in. And we drop it down to 20. I hit the enter button. So then click the next button one more time. We're going to drag right over that yellow. And you know what? I feel that it's just a little bit harder to see that yellow. So I'm going to increase the size. Just zoom in a little bit here. So let's try taking this to 100. Nope. Still got to go bigger here. Let's go 200. There we go. We're going to zoom in just that little bit there. Make it a little easier to help see. Just a single little click there. Seemed to work fairly well. Bring this back to about 75%. Good. Okay. For me, that's just made it a little bit easier to be able to help see. You can either zoom in or not. Should work just fine either way. Now that we've unselected the yellow, so that way we're not changing the yellow. We want to keep that center part of the flower still being yellow. All we're wanting to do is change it from orange. Click the next button here. And then now we are going to this little thing that kind of looks like a circle where it's like half white, half black on here. And we're going to go ahead and click right on there, and we're going to go to solid color. So I honestly actually already like the orange flower because orange is the color that I like, but let's switch it up here. Kind of drag through all the different ones. That bright kind of pink color looks pretty nice. So I'm going to click OK. Now I look at this here and you're like, okay, well, yes, that's now a pink flower, but it doesn't look like a flower really anymore. Hold on a second here. There's a couple more steps. So I'm going to click next here. And so we're going to go up to this blend mode here where it says normal. And we're going to click on this one and we're going to scroll down here, down towards the bottom. And we're going to go to one that says color. So we're going to swap out color so you can see how this switched. And now also you can see all those little petals and everything in there. All happening, all nice and neat on there. Move the directions over towards the left side here so we can continue to keep seeing some of the stuff on the right. Just click the next button. Double click the blue thumbnail for the color fill layer. Use the vertical color bar, try out some different colors. So if I go back on here on this, I can double click on that and I can start picking some other colors. As I drag through here, some colors you can see, like that bright pink kind of gets a little washed out. If I go to red, it's a little bit. If I go down into the blues and purples, you can really see some nice definitions. That almost teal looked kind of cool there for a second. Ooh, right there. That color really seems to pop well on that one. So I like that one. I'm going to stick with that one on here. Let's go ahead and click next. It's very flexible on the colors. It's not permanent because it's a layer is what they're talking about. And it says to click next and finish. Oh, wait. Forgot to click OK on the color. Click next. And that's it. That is all you had to do. It works absolutely awesome. I've been able to try and like reimagine different colors of like cars that I'm like, ooh man, I wonder what this car would look like. They don't make it in this color, but what would it look like if I did it in this color? Follow the same steps here and can make that kind of imagination become real. So all you need to do now, please take a screenshot of this, add it into your Google Docs assignment, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching. I do hope that ended up helping out. That was again part 7, changing that color of the different object there. Look forward to part 8 coming up here very soon. And again, if you have any questions, definitely let me know in class. Post it on the comments on the video. Otherwise, peace.